Welcome to the Explainer. So, you're looking to upgrade your home's water system, right? But honestly, the options out there can feel, well, completely overwhelming. You just want clean, great-tasting, safe water. But instead, you get hit with a wall of plumbing jargon and conflicting advice. Well, you can relax, because today we're stripping all that technical jargon away. We're going to take a really close look at the two heavyweights of home water treatment: reverse osmosis and whole house filtration. By the end of this explainer, you'll have total clarity on exactly which system, or maybe which combination, is the perfect fit for your home.
All right, here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We've got 1. The water quality dilemma, 2. Reverse osmosis explained, 3. Whole house filtration explained, 4. Head-to-head, key differences, and 5. The ultimate solution. Let's dive in.
Section 1. The water quality dilemma.
Okay, before we even start evaluating different systems, we've got to face facts. There is no magic one-size-fits-all filter. It really all comes down to one fundamental question. What problem are you actually trying to solve? Seriously, ask yourself this right now. Are you primarily worried about what you're drinking, or are you sick of that weird white crust building up on your shower heads? Your answer here is going to totally dictate your entire strategy.
Are you dealing with a funny taste, a strange odor, maybe visible sediment floating around in your glass, or stubborn scale that makes your shower head look like a stalactite cave? Now, both of the systems we're looking at today can absolutely improve taste and reduce contaminants. But, and this is a pretty massive but, they differ completely in what they actually remove, where they do the work, and how they impact your plumbing and, frankly, your wallet over time.
Let's move to Section 2, Reverse Osmosis Explained.
So let's break down reverse osmosis, commonly known as RO. It essentially uses a semi-permeable membrane and water pressure to literally pull dissolved impurities right out of your water. Think of it like a microscopic bouncer standing at the door of your water supply. The system forces water through this highly advanced membrane, allowing the actual H2O molecules to pass right through while firmly rejecting a whole host of dissolved junk.
And the crucial takeaway here is that RO delivers highly purified drinking water exactly where you need it most, right at your faucet. See, RO is what we call a point-of-use system, meaning you'll usually find it tucked away right under a kitchen sink. Thanks to that incredible semi-permeable membrane, it absolutely excels at reducing things like dissolved salts and heavy metals, while vastly improving taste and odor. It's basically intense, highly localized purification for the water you're actually putting into your body.
All right, Section 3, Whole House Filtration Explained.
Now, unlike RO, which treats the water just before it hits your glass, whole house filtration treats the water as it first flows into your home. It sits way upstream, catching issues before they ever have a chance to enter your internal plumbing. And depending on what you actually need, these systems use one or more filter stages. That could mean a sediment filter, a carbon filter, or maybe specialty media designed to catch specific unwanted particles. So why is this setup so popular? Well, it's an absolute lifesaver for your home's infrastructure. If you've got noticeable water odor, visible sediment, or scale issues, whole house systems are ideal. By knocking out sediment and chlorine taste right at the source, it drastically reduces scale buildup in your pipes, and that actively protects your expensive fixtures and appliances. Think of your water heater or your dishwasher. The trade-off, though, is that a whole house system generally won't achieve the same extreme level of reduction for dissolved substances as a solid RO setup. So it's really about broad home protection versus hyperpurification.
Section 4. Head-to-head, key differences.
When we put these two systems side by side, 5 major differences really jump out. First up is the target area. RO handles drinking water at a single faucet, while whole house treats the incoming water for all your taps, showers, and appliances. Second is contaminant focus. RO is your workhorse against dissolved pollutants like salts and metals. Whole house, on the other hand, is your main defense against sediment, scale, and chlorine taste or odor. Third, we have system complexity. RO setups usually require storage tanks and periodic membrane upkeep. Whole house systems rely on filter stages placed right up front. Number 4, and this is an important one to note, is water usage. Depending on your feed water and the specific system, RO can actually produce wastewater. Whole house filtration boasts very high efficiency. And finally, home protection. RO is entirely focused on your consumable water quality, while whole house is explicitly designed to extend the lifespan of your plumbing and appliances.
What's really fascinating here is the trade-off, right? You're choosing between intense, localized purity and broad systemic protection. If you want pristine water for cooking and drinking, RO is highly effective. But if you want to make sure your pipes aren't clogging up with scale and your shower water doesn't smell like a swimming pool, whole house is going to give you that much broader home protection.
Section 5, The Ultimate Solution.
So how do you actually make the right choice? Listen, If there is one single actionable step you take away from this explainer, let it be this. Go get a professional water test or use a reliable lab test. You just can't buy the right solution if you don't actually know what's in your water. The absolute best choice depends entirely on your incoming water profile. A quick test will tell you instantly whether your main concerns are sediment and chlorine, dissolved minerals and metals, or maybe even both.
Okay, so once you have your test results, you're ready to shop. But you need to interrogate your options. Here are 4 essential vetting questions you absolutely must ask any vendor. Number 1, what specific media or membrane is actually being used in this system? Number 2, is pre-filtration included to protect the main system? Number 3, what exact contaminants are verified in your marketing claims? Like, make them prove it. And number 4, what are the ongoing maintenance requirements? Remember from our comparison earlier, RO needs membrane upkeep and whole house needs filter changes. Know exactly what you're signing up for long-term.
And that brings us to an incredible takeaway from our source material. The big twist here, it actually doesn't have to be an either-or scenario. For a lot of households, they offer a perfect hybrid solution. They note that the most practical approach is a combination: whole house filtration for overall protection plus RO for kitchen drinking water. By combining them, you're honestly getting the absolute best of both worlds. You protect your entire plumbing system and appliances with the whole house filter, and you reserve the most intensive, ultra-purified treatment specifically for the water you consume at the sink. It's just an incredibly smart way to balance high performance with overall cost.
Which brings us to our final thought. The technology definitely exists to give you perfect water, but it all starts with understanding your own baseline. So I'll leave you with this question. What does your home's incoming water profile actually look like? Seriously, don't just guess. Take action, get that water test, and find out exactly what's flowing through your pipes so you can build the perfect defense for your home. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and here's to cleaner, safer water.